Welcome back to Invest Global. Today we're discussing Raydium. Now, this is very important in the Solana ecosystem, and it's continuing on in our Launchpad altcoin ecosystem series, but that's not all Raydium has to offer. They have a lot more things when it comes to passive income. They're not specifically just a Launchpad. They're more of kind of an all-in-one Swiss Army knife, if you will, for the Solana ecosystem. In the past, we have covered Solanium for the actual Solana ecosystem. Again, this whole Launchpad ecosystem series, if you're not aware of it, there's a link down below in the description for the full playlist. Essentially what I'm doing is I'm laying out all the different blockchain ecosystems. What are the Launchpad opportunities in that individual ecosystem, contrasting it with that individual blockchain project, and then also contrasting it through all the different, what are all the different, whether it's Ethereum, whether it's Polkadot, whether it's Solana, whatever it is, Avalanche, doesn't matter. Basically contrasting all of those together in one individual series or playlist. Link down below in the description. But today we're going to be going over essentially what Raydium has to offer. They have a ton of different things inside their decentralized application, so make sure you stay tuned for today's video. And if you enjoy this type of content, definitely subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and stay up to date with these videos by clicking all on the notification bell. So all these things and more. This Accelerator is really their kind of version of the Launchpad, which essentially allows you to get an early stage altcoins in the Solana ecosystem, just like we saw in the 2017 bull run with ICOs, so initial coin offerings. Now we have a much better way of doing it with kind of less friction than we had with those ICOs. There's a big problem with that, right? In 2017, now we have IDOs, IEOs, so initial DEX offerings, initial exchange offerings, initial farm offerings, IFOs. All these different things are happening now in 2021. So make sure you're staying up to date. And that's the whole point of staying up to date with this channel, because I cover all these different things. I'm currently, basically what I do on this channel is I travel around all different markets around the world. And while I'm doing this, I'm covering top blockchain projects. I'm covering top stocks, whatever it is as far as investing goes, basically all different global investment strategies. And currently, I think blockchain is so compelling because of all the different opportunities and all the different blockchain ecosystems. And I personally love Solana. When you look at just transactions per second and you contrast Solana to the top really blockchain platform that's seeing so much user adoption as far as decentralized finance goes, Ethereum, and you contrast just transactions per second, well, Ethereum is at 30 TPS, transactions per second. Solana, guess what? 50,000. And that's just one aspect of this whole ecosystem. So keep that in mind throughout this video. Let's get right into it. All right, so if you go here, this is our actual official Raydium site, which, by the way, everything we will show throughout this video will be linked down below in the description. So make sure you're on the official sites, especially when you're on the decentralized application, because if you're on some fake site where it may look like you're on the actual DEX, but maybe one letter is spelled wrong, you're going to get completely screwed. This happens all the time in the crypto space to people who don't know what they're doing. That's why you should definitely do your own research. I have a video link down below in the description on this. And also just kind of up your education, right? So become more curious in the space, kind of test things out more, and understand that you need to either use links like in channels like this where I have nothing to sell you. I'm literally just providing information, providing education to people who are watching, or go on the official actual Raydium token listing here on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, and then go to the links from there. Do not just search Raydium because you watch this video. I cannot say that enough. But again, at the end of this video, we'll kind of end up on CoinGecko and talk about everything. But basically, they describe themselves as an avenue for the evolution of decentralized finance. So the next level, liquidity, frictionless yield, light speed swaps. So pretty awesome as far as that goes. If you click here, that essentially brings you onto their swap here. So on the swap, you have trading, you have swap, you have liquidity, pools, farms, fusion, staking, Ace, Raider, migrate, and info. So all these other things we'll be talking about later on in the video, but basically inside the decentralized application, you have all these different basically suites of services that they offer. So that's why I love what this is doing. When you look at what just Solanium's doing, like they're only focused on the Launchpad aspect. So in this case, they're only focused on the Accelerator, right? So yes, Solanium, they do have kind of a decentralized exchange, but it's a lot lower market cap. I think for Solana's ecosystem, Raydium is much more compelling as far as goes as like I said at the beginning of this video, the Swiss Army knife for Solana. So back here on their site, I mean, they don't really describe too much, so we're going to move on. But they basically say a bridge for DeFi. So Raydium offers DeFi and automated market maker projects a clear path for bridging platforms and liquidity with the evolved capabilities of Solana and Serum, and then ecosystem with wide liquidity. So unlike other automated market makers, again, whenever you see AMMs, automated market makers, Basically, Raydium provides the on-chain liquidity to a central limit order book, meaning that pools have access to all order flow and liquidity on Serum. So Serum is essentially their version of like, I would say like SNX, the synthetic asset on Ethereum. So SRM, I covered this in like a top altcoin video. I love Serum for the long term, especially if you like the Solana ecosystem. So they basically get the speed of Solana. So it's built on the Solana blockchain, obviously. Lower fees, all these different things. Great there. Solana, EcoSerum, and Bonfi are the partners. So this is the actual docs here. Man, it's a beautiful sunset. I don't know why here it's all white on my screen, but it's just a beautiful sky here and beautiful Tbilisi, Georgia. As I said at the beginning of this video, my channel is really focused on all types of global investment strategies here in Tbilisi, Georgia, heading to Armenia in a couple of days. And I mean, the whole point of this channel is I enjoy investing in global markets, not just crypto, not just emerging markets, not just stocks, not just bonds, not just real estate, but all things, literally every global investment sector. We cover that on this channel. I plan to do it for as long as I'm alive because I love these things. So make sure you hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video so far, and definitely hit the like button. So what is Raydium? Essentially, we've already talked about that. I mean, basically, they describe themselves as this automated market maker, but I think there's so much more than that. Really, like I said, they're kind of the Swiss Army knife of crypto, and that's, I think, how I'll probably describe this in the video's title and the thumbnail. So let's move on here. I mean, you can check out the docs. I'll have this in the video description. It's part of my do your own research video is checking out the GitHub, but here on their actual decentralized exchange, you can see it's very, very simple. The trading, you can either have limit order, you can buy and sell, so you can basically long or short. I am looking forward to when they add a leverage, because if I remember correctly, they do not currently have a leverage. Basically, when you go to connect to a wallet, they're going to ask you either to do the Solits, which is the Solana wallet, which if you're curious on how to use, let me know down below in the comments, and I can make a tutorial on the actual Solana wallet. You can also connect Ledger. That's what I personally do. Math wallets. Shout out to Edmund in Kosovo if you're watching this. We had an interesting opportunity with millions of dollars on a math wallet in a Kosovo. So just saying that, maybe you guys can, if you're curious on that, join the Telegram group, and I'll kind of discuss that further. Anyways, here on the swap, so this is very, very similar to Uniswap, right? So everything basically that's a swap in the decentralized exchange space looks like the exact copy of MetaMask, or sorry, not MetaMask, of Uniswap. MetaMask now has this integrated. That's what I was thinking about that. But they basically have this for Solana, so you can basically go in between Ray and all these different projects in here. Very, very simple. Then you have the actual pools here. You can see, so like SNY, MER, let's see what else they have, media, all these different things. So price per token, they have it laid out. They have access here. They have the allocation. So is it lottery? Is it, guaranteed allocation? I really love how they have this laid out here. Raise size. I mean, Raydium swap is incredible. I definitely plan to do much more videos on this in the future. I might even do monthly updates on Raydium because it's incredible what they're building here. You can see what like the percentage filled, the status, and all these different things. So and then lastly here, well, actually, you know what? Let's cover some of the other things here, right? So let's go here to pools, and you can see the APRs and some of these things. So Raydium US dollar tether, you can get around 70% APY or APR, so annual percentage rate, basically same as APY, right? And then Ray USDC 63%. Yeah, so max there's about 70%. You can see liquidity there. It's always important to understand that these are dynamic APYs or APRs. So as more capital basically enters that farm or that pool, right? So if we go in here to pools, it's basically the same thing. As more capital enters in, then basically fees are more distributed. So your individual APR goes down. So you have to understand that. That's why identifying early stage altcoin projects that are doing things like this is important. And that's why I'm doing this whole series on Launchpad. So again, watch that playlist down below in the description, save it to your computer or whatever device you're watching on, because essentially, basically, I'm continuously walking through all of Launchpad ecosystem projects, talking about what they have to offer. And yeah, so this is the Ray accelerator, as we talked about here, lottery, blah, blah, blah. You can see on their Medium here, they do have some interesting articles. So they have a Woo Trade network joining the force to drive a token liquidity. They have a raising with accelerator, so SoulRise Finance, interesting. I might actually do a deep dive video on this, but basically throughout this Launchpad ecosystem series, it's basically laying the framework around, okay, what are the best launchpads, identifying all the different blockchain ecosystems, what are the best launchpads. But if you have any questions throughout this series, let me know in the comments, because the most important things is what are the opportunities in a launchpad, right? So if one launchpad is the best of the best, but they're launching meme coins only. I'm not interested, right? I'm interested in launchpads that are doing basically quality projects that are essentially a key infrastructure over the next 10, 15, 20 years. That's what I personally look at. I have a long-term time horizon on investing in general. This is not something that's short-term for me. I look over my whole lifetime. I'm not someone who's looking at making quick money in the short term. So anyways, moving on here, you can actually follow them at Raydium Protocol. So I highly recommend you do this because essentially you can stay up to date with the project. Also, follow us at investglobal_IO because I'm always talking about new videos, new things that are coming out. You can also join the Telegram group, obviously linked down below in the description. So let's see here at Raydium. They talk about some new things here. Not too much, but let's end out here on the actual Ray price. So around 20,000 people like this on CoinGecko. I always like to look at that for sentimental analysis. Again, they have all the official links here in the CoinGecko listing. Right around $3.45 on the daily. Again, I'm recording this a couple days before I'm actually publishing it, so keep that in mind. I'm scheduling some videos out just because I have a lot of traveling to do moving forward, and I'm kind of planning on all that stuff. So hope you understand. I hope you stay tuned for all the different videos traveling. If you want to see more traveling videos, again, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the Telegram group. But a market cap is right around $187 million. Trading volume is around $10 million. Let's see, 24-hour, not too much as far as that goes. To retrace quite significantly from these highs here of around $15. Now we're really at all-time lows, to be quite honest with you, of around $3.61. I'm looking to pick more of this up, but I do think we can actually fall a bit further from Raydium, in my opinion. Again, in the short term, I think in the long term, obviously we're going to break past these all-time highs. There's no doubt in my mind we're going to break past these all-time highs. So anyone who's interested in crypto, right, follow along with the channel because I talk about all these different things. It's a journey, that's for sure. So that's all for this video. If you enjoyed it, like the video, subscribe to the channel, notification bell, all. Stay up to date, time-sensitive content, all these different things. That's all for this one. If you enjoyed it, again, like, subscribe, button all. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. Join the Telegram group, follow us on Twitter, follow Raydium on Twitter, at Raydium Protocol. Again, all links will be down below in the description, and follow us at investglobal_IO. That's all for this one. If you enjoyed it, again, invest global, and until next time.